are your strategies to get that through? I mean, any leverage that you have for that?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. Look, we approach this negotiation. Our view about NAFTA is that it's been a very good deal, that it has been an agreement which has brought a lot of economic benefit to Canadians. Having said that, it's 23 years old, and every agreement can be updated. By our count, NAFTA has been significantly modified since its inception a dozen times. And so, we're rolling up our sleeves and looking to modernize it. For our government, modernizing all of our trade agreements means including progressive elements. As the Prime Minister just mentioned, for the first time in our modernized free trade agreement with Chile, this year we added a gender chapter, and we're saying to all of our partners, with other free trade agreements as well, we've said this to Israel, where we're modernizing our free trade agreement with Israel right now, that adding a gender chapter is a good idea. We would like to add an Indigenous chapter. As the Prime Minister said in the previous conversation, I think the Canadians in the audience will agree with me, our relationship with the Indigenous people in Canada, I think is probably Canada's original sin. This is something that we really need to get right, and it needs to be not just the job of the Minister for Indigenous Affairs. That's not just Carolyn and Jane. That's for the whole government to work on. So that is something we've put on the table too. And then labor and environmental rights labor and environmental chapters are now pretty standard in modern free trade agreements, and we're advocating for those as well. And what I will say, as the Prime Minister alluded to this, I am moderately optimistic on getting these progressive elements through. Ironically, we've had more raised eyebrows in Canada than we have had at the negotiating table.